Well, everybody, this is Poncho. I'm his foster mom, and I wanted to do a little video on Poncho's life here in my home. Right now, he is resting. He does that when you talk to him. He does a little head thing. He's resting because we went for a really long walk. Poncho and I go for about 3 or 4 walks a day. I live in kind of a secluded area, and so 2 of those walks are usually off-leash. He's really good off-leash, and he'll run and play with his friend Tucker here. Tucker! Tucker and Poncho get along just great. Poncho's great with other dogs. He's real easygoing, really accepting of other dogs, and regardless of how they are to him, he just kind of takes it all in stride. He's great in my home. I have not had a problem with Poncho at all. He goes for lots of walks with me, and then after that he'll chill out on the chair here, or he really likes to sleep on the bed with me. He gets along fine with my cats. He's really good with them, real easygoing. Never had a problem with the cats. I live in a really small house, and Poncho's a pretty big dog, but that really hasn't been a problem. As long as he gets enough exercise, he'll just kind of chill out. I have lots of bones and lots of toys for him to play with, lots of things to keep him occupied. And that's really the key with Poncho. He really needs to be kept busy. He needs to know that he's loved. He needs consistency. And those are really the key things with him. He needs to know that you're going to come back. He has some pretty severe separation anxiety. He's had a pretty rough life so far. He's only about 1.5 years, 2 years old. And 2 of his homes that he's been to, he was beaten pretty bad. And his 3rd home, they gave up on him pretty easy. And so he hasn't had a very consistent life. He doesn't know that people love him. He doesn't know how to go about things. And so Poncho and I are learning together. So we stay really consistent. We have 3 walks a day. We get up in the morning and go for a real long walk. You know, he gets his bones, and he's learning his rules. He's learning that he has to sit when he meets people, and that he has to sit when he goes outdoors. And he's a quick learner. He's kind of a goofball. Kind of gets overexcited and kind of clumsy and runs into doors and runs into people, and he's constantly running into Tucker, who kind of gets a little irritated with it sometimes. But he's a good sport, aren't you, Tucker? So he's a good dog. I'm looking for a very specific home for Poncho, someone who is going to be really understanding of him, very patient with him. He cannot be crated. He is terrified of crates. He just cannot be crated. It is the worst thing in the world for Poncho, and so that is not an option, which makes it really difficult to deal with his separation anxiety, because usually crating a dog with separation anxiety is one of the easiest ways to deal with it. So Poncho and I, we've been practicing. I will leave him in the house for about 10 minutes and go and come back. And each time he knows, I come back and that he was okay. And each time I make it a little bit longer. And he's doing fine so far. You could also set aside a room for Poncho and kind of puppy-proof that room. He's not the type of dog that's going to tear open walls or crash the windows or anything like that, but if you left things in the room, he would probably chew them up. And so you would just need to have it Poncho's room with Poncho's toys and Poncho's bed, and that would be fine. But I also need a home for Poncho that is active, someone that is going to take him for jogs, take him for runs, or into the woods a couple times a day, and it's really not an option. He can, you can't really miss those runs because those really help him with his anxiety. But it's not a problem for me. He's fitting into my lifestyle really well. I take Tucker for those walks, and it's great. It's great for Tucker, and it's great for Poncho, and it's great for me. So, so far, those are really what I'm looking for in a person to adopt this handsome man. You have to be patient with him, and you have to be very consistent. You have to have a set of rules and stick to those rules, and you don't have to get angry with Poncho. You cannot get aggressive with Poncho because of his background. it's very hard for him, you know, it scares him. But you have to, you know, just have those rules and keep at it, and eventually he learns. And he's just a really good dog. And further on in this video, I will show you show him running on the beach and playing with Tucker and going for his walks and hanging out in the house. So if you are interested in Poncho, you can definitely contact me, the foster home. My name is Lorena, and you can reach me at 616-262-1697, and I will be talking to people about Poncho and seeing if we can find the right home for him. He's a sleepy man.